We took the white car, drove through the yellow lights, turned the radio to the station that you like, hit the freeway, now we're on the 405, but it doesn't matter where we go as long as you are mine. You're like an actress who doesn't need her lines, say the perfect things at the perfect time, although her brother thinks she's losing her mind. It doesn't matter where we go as long as you are mine. Days turn into night, but I want all of your time. Thoughts turn into light whenever you're by my side. I think that you should let your mother know you're doing fine. It doesn't matter where we go as long as you are mine.
Yo,
Yo!
there they are.
Oh, I gotta start my video. Whoops.
The boys.
What's
the boys
up,
are
boys?
back now.
Boys.
Congratulations.
Another release within a year of our last one. That's a huge win, I think.
Just looking back and thinking about how certain we were that we would be on tour at this point, but how instead of letting it break us, we made the best of it and created music that I'd say is my favorite shit that we've ever done.
I mean, when we were writing for this EP, we didn't even know we were writing for an EP. We just started writing music because it's all we had to do, and we thought we were going to be out on tour. Turned out we weren't, and I don't think we'd ever make an EP if it wasn't for having to just be stuck at home. So
Have the time to marinate on it,
I've been thinking about that lyric in Hum that's like right off the bat where we say, look at what we've been through this year. And I don't know if we meant to do it when we were writing it, but I think that it's just a great summary for what we did with this EP and how instead of letting this whole entire thing destroy us because we were at such an awesome time in our career, we took it and we turned it into something beautiful, and just thinking back to when we put out Hum at the beginning of the summer, just not knowing what's gonna come of it and it kind of being like a scary feeling.
I was so nervous when we were going to put out Hum because we had spent so much time on this EP and these songs and wanted to surprise so many people with it and not really tell anyone that we were working on these songs. And I had no idea what people were going to think. Obviously, I loved the songs and I know they were good songs, but
we didn't even tell a lot of close friends.
Yeah, we didn't.
I mean, we were really trying to keep it under wraps, and that was kind of the whole, besides doing it pretty much remotely, that was probably one of the most newer things that we had tried to tackle was not teasing something.
I think, wasn't Hum one of the first songs? We didn't even know we were writing the EP, but it was before the self-titled even came out.
Yeah, I mean, Hum was the first one that was properly demoed out, I believe. But Simple Minded Teens and Shiver were kind of going along at the same time.
Oh, I remember when Alex sent me just a voice memo of Simple Minded Teens.
Yeah.
And I heard it all, and then in the last chorus, the Haley Beverly references and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I guess basically the, Head High and Godspeed kind of came later. Funny enough, the title track, Godspeed, was the last one.
That's crazy.
Am I right? Is that right?
We really went ahead and honed in on what makes the three of us the songwriters that we are and how the three of us can really work together and create what the Sound of Young Culture is. And I feel for the first time we really just we went into it without expecting anything coming out of it. We weren't trying to write a specific song or anything, and I feel that just made for these to be some of the most genuine music that we've ever made.
That's a great point because I feel all 5 songs are standalone, and that was what we were wanting to do initially, was just pump out singles if we were going to just keep making music. And this is a collection of songs that really, there's no cohesiveness to them. But in the end, it is kind of a story of the year that we couldn't play music live. You know what I mean?
These Zoom sessions every Sunday. Before we started doing Culture Club and everything like that, we just started working every Sunday. And that's what I think, to your point, Alex, a lot of this, the way we wrote these songs probably wouldn't have happened unless we had this time and took those Sundays to work on music remotely. Not even with each other.
We'll always remember doing this EP? Is it just being such a crazy time and tough for all of us because, in our own vein, having things go so well for us and then having to put out our first album during this shit show was just tough, and then we just turned it around and we just did what we know how to do best.
Make the best out of a bad situation, for sure.
Yeah,
exactly.
The three of us, I feel like we all took a look at each other and we're like, well, we're not ready to stop or slow down anytime soon, so what's the next thing that we can do?
So when we found out basically that we were able to do more than just one song or two songs, and we were gonna do an EP, initially we went right to Sam and wanted to work with Sam, who did our record, Sam Guyana. But because of all the travel constrictions, we couldn't go to Canada. So he was gonna come to New York, and then Sam couldn't come to New York because more travel restrictions. And it was almost like another wall came up and we were like, okay, so how are we gonna go about this? And it really, I think we took a leap of faith being like, well, we do have the ability to record it ourselves with the help of Tony, my brother, and just kind of the way we've been writing. It's like, we could do it. I don't know if it's gonna sound the way it needs to, but
Right.
but like, why not? Let's try it, because what else are we gonna do?
I said, I think we're ready. And with anything in life, I feel like you got to be thrown into it to really do it.
Fake it till you make it.
The universe puts you in bad situations so that you'll move. And I really took that to heart because feeling like there was nothing that we could do to move ourselves forward during this time, it was such a blessing that, we were pushed to go outside of our comfort zone.
Totally.
And make something in a very untraditional way. And I feel like it's just such a young culture thing. Like, I feel like since we started this band, out of high school, it's always been part of our journey.
Yes,
having to do these things that we didn't want to do.
And nothing has ever
Gone to plan.
Every release, nothing has ever gone the way we
Ever.
intended it
Ever.
to.
It never has.
You know what's
It never
funny?
has for
Never.
us, bro.
I'm at the point now, I'm convinced that if it ever does just go according to plan, I'm going to be really scared.
Yeah, it's
because that
wrong.
means it's something's not right.
And even this, because we were growing up while we're in the band, and then we signed to a record deal, and then we signed to Equal Vision, and it's, okay, now we're working with like a machine behind us, so nothing could go wrong because nothing happens professionally that goes wrong. And this is nothing on them, but still, it's like, just the more you grow and the more you work, like, still things can happen, and we'll pull an audible and we'll shift, and then we'll like thrive in those types of situations.
Absolutely.
It's wild, boys. I mean, the three of us as a unit, like, I wouldn't want to be doing it with anybody else. And
Absolutely.
And the way that we just all grow together, I don't know, man. I'm in it for the long run. You guys down?
The long
or what?
haul, baby. Oh,
We're
let's
down.
do it, baby.
I'm down.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
You guys want to
All right,
start a
boys.
band?
Let's start a fucking band.